everyone, this is Kim from Earn Greater Profits, and this is video number 9 in the series of creating your website from scratch in the software. We are in here, we've created all of these sections, these fun but unrelated sections. And one thing I do want to do before we move on, I want to add just a full text section here. For SEO purposes, you'll want to have at least 1,000 words on your front page. And it's really hard to do 1,000 words if you've only got a couple of paragraphs here and there. And so you do want to have good, unique content. And so let's start off with a little headline. And this is going to be your main keyword phrase. So let's do private business coaching for small businesses. Okay. And then I'm going to make this bold. And I'm going to adjust the size a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to add my paragraph, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it centered, and I'm just going to copy and paste this or omit some stuff here. And get us just some content. Okay. That's great. And we can even do a background image or something. I'm going to add a little bit of padding underneath my headlines just to give it some space. The other thing I forgot to mention in the other videos is you can do background image here, or just a background color. So if you don't want it just white, you could do something. I used this custom color earlier. Let's just do that. So if there is any white space, it's not white anymore. It gives you just a little bit of additional color there if you like. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is we can just throw up a divider right here, and I'm going to make it just a little bit thicker and change the color and give it a little bit of padding on the top. We don't need it on the bottom, but on the top, just give it a little bit of space, and that can just give us a little bit of can remove the padding there. A little bit of a section break before you move into other things. So you could have, add yourself another section break there. This, because it's got a background image, already has a good section break. And gallery, because it's got this cool divider lines, and the background up here has a good section break. Maybe we'll do something here. We've got other stuff to add. The other thing I wanted to do in this video is to check how it looks on mobile, because I didn't do that the last couple of videos. So I just want to make sure that we're happy with the way things look on mobile and do some adjustments if we need to. So we've got our hamburger menu in black here, and we don't have any pages yet, but it's the semi-transparent background, and you can change that anywhere to anything you want. So I'll show you how to do that in the navigation menu, since we didn't do that before. Under advanced, you've got drop down menus, and in fact I was going to change that background color. I don't want that. I'll show you what the difference. on that. And then, oh, it's under icon color. Your hamburger menu icon is an icon, and so all you have to do is change the icon color. And let's go ahead and just change it to white, so you'll see that it's now white. And then if you have, let's change it back to desktop for just a second. So now I've got these hovering things that I don't really like, and so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it empty. So now it's not doing that. I'm going to change the background for the drop down under advanced. Let's change it to the darker one. And then we'll change the color of the text to white. There we go, that looks great. And I'm also going to change the text here to white because it just is a better contrast, and you really want people to be able to see your menu. Very good. So let's just change that to white as well. All right, great. And I'm also going to move that over. Our Contact Us button doesn't need to be so, take up so much space. All right, so let's go back to our mobile view and take a look at what's going on here now. So we haven't changed anything back there, but our Contact Us is centered, and that looks nice. We've got our image back here that we adjusted before, and that looks nice. Here we've got a little extra space, and we can adjust that a little bit. Let's just remove some of the space. Bring it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got all of our text. We've got our section divider. We've got our images that are showing up before. We've got our About Us page. We've got our Call Us Now. Now, I made this in the text, or in the desktop, I made that 40, but I didn't change here. So let's just make it 26 and see how that looks. How about 30? Okay, I like that. And yeah, I like the way that looks, and that's fine. And then we've got our 3 guarantees. And if you remember, the background image is not something that's going to work for the desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and make us a background color of just darken that up a little bit so it's a little more consistent. Well, maybe I just want to leave it. You want to make it whatever works for you and the look that you want for the background color. Let's go back to the desktop and look at that for just a second. I'm going to look at the background image and see what we've done here. Full center. Yeah, because you can't see any part of the background image there. Oh, and I did want to show you, because I didn't do before, you can change the color of the background image when you add a background color. So let's just say we want to add red. And so it totally changes the way the background image looks. And let's change the fading. So let's say no fade. So what it does is when you choose a background color and you start fading it, it fades into that color. And so here with the light fade, it kind of gives it a pink color, a little bit more red there. Heavy fade is basically all a complete red background. I really like that light fade. So I'm going to leave it like that. And so just one more option you can do with background images. They've also added, just in the last few weeks, the ability to add a video to your background images. So instead of a static image, you can do a video that runs in the background. And that's really, would work really great if you've got a video you could run here instead of this background image. And so anyway, just another option. So let's go back to our mobile view and keep working here. And I like that fine. We'll just leave it. There's not a ton you can do with background images on mobile. They just don't react very well. And so we'll just leave it. There's our cupcake custom. Oh, you know what? That should have ended up here. And because it wasn't actually showing on our desktop, I kept adding things. So I'm going to view that on my desktop and see where it kind of ended up. Still not seeing it. We're going to go to our layers, page, cupcake, custom cupcake orders on. Let's see if I can just drag that. There we go. Yes, there we go. That's exactly where I want it. Okay, let's go back to view our mobile cupcake decorating class. Yes, okay, so we've got that one. That's in the right order now. So it's nice that we can drag and drop. Okay, here's our gallery. You can see the difference from the desktop view versus what we just did here. That looks really nice. I like above and below. You could also make these slightly smaller if you wanted to by using the width. Let's say we want to go 80% instead. Very easy to change. And then we're viewing our gallery, which looks really nice. I love the way these images turned out with the shadow and the caption. And it looks really, really nice on the mobile view. Then we've got our Contact Us section. And I like the way the footer has turned out. Also, you've got your semi-transparent background, so when you do have pages, those will show up just fine. I'm going to change this hamburger color. So we're going to go to icon color and change that to white so that it's easier to see. I like the contrast better. And then we've got our social media down at the bottom. I really like the way that looks. So the next video, we're going to be working on the next section. We'll see you then.